we are continuing with the same exercise. Some more questions are there. Look at this picture, the third question of that, not third, sixth question. Okay, these two are straight lines, that is parallel lines. That is because we are considering this parallel line, arrows are given. Look at here, and these two are transversal. Okay, first we have to consider these two parallel lines and this transversal, then consider this. Each section we have to take. And it is given, look at here, first I have considered this section. Okay, this is given 110, then we can say x is also 110, y vertically opposite angles. Now s and 110, they are on the same side of a transversal adjacent angles. So 190 minus 110 you will get 70. Then using this we have to find, now we are considering here. Okay, and x and y we can, from using the x and y I have done in the last section, x and here is one more unknown angle y can be considered. X and y, they are co-exterior angles, they are outside two straight lines, so they are co-exterior angles are supplementary, we have studied. So x plus y equals 190, so y equals this 190 minus 110, x is 110 we have find out, so 190 minus 110 will get 70, so y equals 70. Now we have to consider here. Here it is given this angle is 60. So P is also 60. Y corresponding angles are equal. Now P and Q we have considered this a straight line. 190 minus 60, 120. Q equals 120. So if Q equals 120, we can say T is also 120. Why? These two are corresponding angles. If T is 120, we can say that R is also 120. They are vertically opposite angles, isn't it? Connecting these two, these some points we have studied, or the principles of that transversal, using that 3 points, we are using that 3 points, we can do all the questions over here. Next is question number 7. This is also two straight line and two parallel transversal are there. If this is 110, y is also 110, vertically opposite angles. And now using these two parallel lines and this transversal, z equals y and z are co-exterior angles, 180 minus 110, z equals 70. Now moving to this section, this angle is 120, 6 is 60, 180 minus 120, x equals 60. And this angle and q are corresponding angles, q equals 120. And if q equals 120, you can easily say that p equals 190 minus 120, it is 60. Alternate, otherwise you can say alternate. If x equals, we have find out x, what is x? X equals 60 and p and x are corresponding alternate interior angles, alternate interior angles are equal. Using that property you can do it. Just like this is the next question also, you can do very easily. I have written the reasons in the bracket. Using that you can do it. Now next section, look at here children, this is another question, 9th question. If these two angles are given, we have to find A, B, C. How will you find it? A and C can be considered. A and C, that is, they are co-interior angles are supplementary. 190 minus 115, you will get A equals 65. Okay, A equals 65. Just like 120 and C, we can find it. They are co-interior angles are supplementary. 190 minus 120, you will get C equals 60. So the A plus B plus C, they are angles on the same straight line, that is A plus B plus C equals 190. A and B are, we are find out, that is 65. A and C are find out, 65 and 60. Then B equals 190 minus 125, you will get 55. Okay, next 9th question, you have to understand it, because in the senior classes you need this, that's why I am explaining. It is given in the textbook, these two lines, straight lines are there. Okay children, this question is not for the exam, just for your information. These two straight lines are given and the transversal is given like this. The question in the textbook you can see here. This was the question. So these two parallels are there. There is no connection with this transversal are joined over here. So this transversal is not touching here and this is not touching the other. So to solve this question, we have to draw a parallel line for these two parallel through this y. That is, you can draw a parallel line using this through y. Then only you can solve the question. That if it is a draw a parallel line, And considering these two parallel and this transversal, we can find angles over here. And second step, we have to consider these two parallels and find these angles. Okay, I will just explaining. There is no need to worry. This question will not for the examination. Okay, just for your information I am saying. For the senior class it is needed. That's why I am saying. So I have drawn a parallel over here. This angle is given as 120, and here is the full angle is x. Okay, but we cannot directly find this full angle x. Okay, in this angles x will be calculated. I will say that this angle and this much. Look at here, these two angles. These two are co-interior angles. That is 190 minus this 160. You will get 20. So we will got here 20. And using these two parallels, here is 130 and this angle equals 190 minus 130. You will get 50 degree. Look at here, I have done here. Okay, so x equals this 20 plus 50, that is 20 plus 50, you will get x as 70. Now we can find angle using the angle around a point. This total 70, 20, here is 50, 20 plus 50, x equals 70, and y equals total angle around a point is 360, 360 minus 70, 210. This extra point we are doing here is drawing a straight line over here. Then only we can do this section very easily. That is only two steps are there, but we have to draw a parallel to these two parallel. Construction we have to do it. Just to draw a parallel, that's all. And you can easily find the angle. Just like that, same type of question is here is also. These two angles are, look at the textbook. This here is given 50, here is 40, but we have to find these two angles. That means this transversal is not touching this parallel, this transversal is not touching the parallel. That means we cannot find the angles. For to solve the question, we have to draw a parallel through this point. This line must be parallel to these two parallels. This is our construction. So using that the same method over here, if here is 50, this angle must be 190 minus 50, 130 I think, isn't it? 190 minus 130, that way you can find. Otherwise these 50 here, this b can be calculated very easily. Alternate interior angles, this is 50 b, this section, this is also 50. If here is 40, here is also 40, alternate interior angles. So b equals 50 plus 60, 50 plus 40, 90. Then is, look at here. So I have constructed a parallel for this parallel. Here is 50, so this angle is also 50. Why? Alternate interior angles are equal. Okay, and if here is 40, these angles are also 40. The same reason, alternate interior angles are equal. So this is 40 and this is 50. So total b equals 40 plus 50, 90. Now you can find a 360 minus 90, 270. Okay, this is not for the exam. These two questions, this is only for your information. Okay, next set question is find x. Angles are not given, but using the condition for parallelism, you have to solve the question. This angle is given as x, 2x, and this is given x. But given these angles are parallel also given. That means sum of these angles is always supplementary because these angles are on the same side of the transversal. So 2x plus x equals 190, 3x equals 190, x equals 190 by 3 equals 60. We have to ask only find x, so we are stopping here. What is 2x? It is not asked, so only find x. Moving to the second question, here is given 4x, here is given, question is given, I will show you in the textbook. Okay, this angle is given 4x, this angle is given 5x, but we cannot using these two angles we cannot do this, so we cannot solve this question. So take this is also 5x because vertically opposite angles are equal. Now we can say that 4x plus 5x equals 190. That is 9x equals 190. X equals 190 by 9, that is 20. Just like you can do the remaining questions also. Most of the questions I have solved for you in your notes. This x, find x, y, this question is leave it. There is no need to do it now. It is a little bit complicated. When we are meet in the next year, we can do it. Okay, now it is enough from this section. Next is construction. So you have to thorough with this section, first two exercise. Then only we can do the construction. Construction you have studied, most of the questions you have studied last year. Still we have to do it this year also. Okay, thank you. We will end today's class. Thank you.